Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. I just wanted to pop on and I guess vent a little bit. I did get, I woke up today and I got dressed and I decided to put a dress on and jewelry and do my makeup. As you've been seeing in my videos that I've been putting out, um, I've been in a bathrobe most of the time or sweats with no makeup or very, very minimal makeup, or my hair's been a mess, which is highly uncharacteristic of me. I love getting dressed up and putting makeup on and doing my hair and stuff like that. But since COVID, it's become a rare occasion that I actually do that. And so it felt good to get up today and get dressed and do my makeup and listen. I put Christmas music on and I cooked all day and you know, try to make today feel as normal as possible. But it was a challenge because I'm one of the few people I think that actually decided not to go anywhere for Thanksgiving, and I have a roommate, but he actually chose to go out and celebrate his Thanksgiving with friends. And I guess in this situation, right, with what's going on, you can only control yourself and you can't make decisions for other people, even if you think that like them going out is a bad idea. And that goes for family, friends, whoever, acquaintances. We can only control ourselves, right? So I was home alone, or I've been home alone all day, and my family chose to get together, and I guess I was kind of surprised because one of my family members had cancer a couple of years ago, and she is a survivor, and so she's still on some chemo drugs and things like that, and so I was a little apprehensive about going over to their house. I was sort of sorry, my neck is tense. I was debating if I thought, if that was something that I felt comfortable doing. They're older, so I really wanted to be careful for their sake, especially. And also, I'm asthmatic, so I would be a high risk person to get COVID, and it would be really bad for me, I think, if I got it. And because I already have issues with my lungs, having asthma. And so, anyways, I went and had a COVID test done last Tuesday, and just got my results back the day before yesterday. And so when I got those results negative, I mean, I didn't think that I had COVID, but I wanted to just get tested because it's on the rise again. And so I just was being, cautious. And so once I got my results back and I saw that they were negative, I was started to think like, oh, if I'm negative, then that relieves me of like the worry that I would potentially infect family. And so I was considering going at this point. I wasn't aware at that point in time of like false tests, like negative tests. In one word, when you take a test and it says that you don't have coronavirus, but in fact you may actually have it. Because maybe you picked it up in, on your way back from getting your coronavirus test, or, after that point in time when you stopped in at the supermarket and, I don't know, you touched a button or like a doorknob or a grocery item, and then you touched your face and then you infected yourself. So anyways, so I wasn't aware of that, and it was something I spent more time researching, last night and the night before that, and so I was reading about all of this stuff that I wasn't aware of. So anyways, I just started to feel like more and more that it would be a good idea that I should just stay home, because I also found out that my family decided to invite their neighbors, like two different neighbors. One woman is an elderly woman, the other is a woman in her 60s who, I guess she never got married, and so she lives alone. And um, so they were just, my family, they're really good people, and they just felt bad, and so they were trying to be nice and make sure that nobody was sitting at home alone that didn't want to be home alone. And the problem with that is that I was already kind of on the fence, and but then I was thinking, oh, well, my coronavirus test came back negative, so this is kind of a clear, I can probably go. And so I was planning on going, and I had told my aunt that I wanted to go, and then she let me know that they didn't think I was coming, and so her husband, my uncle, who's a super stellar guy, he actually ended up, I say that genuinely, I'm not being sarcastic in this video, but he went ahead and invited the neighbors, and then so with them, like, I don't know they've been around. I don't even really know them. I don't know who they've come into contact with, or if they have coronavirus. So I really felt like it was a big turn off to me, like, to even go, because I'm trying to be really careful. And I was just really kind of surprised that they would do that. Just because, like I mentioned, my aunt is a cancer survivor. So I was just like surprised. But again, you can only control yourself. And so I made the executive decision to not join them for Thanksgiving. And it's kind of a long story, but like, I don't talk to my mom. I don't have a relationship with my sister. And so this family is really like the closest family that I have. And so it was like really hard to be home today. And I know that I'm not alone in this situation. And, I still cooked. I cooked a whole Thanksgiving meal for one. And I've got dessert over there in the crock pot behind me. But it was just really like, I don't know what it is about, like, sometimes I feel like there's so much pressure that gets put on the holidays. And God, when you're like alone on the holidays, you feel so much lonelier than you do on like any other day. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just hard. And then like, I called over to do like a FaceTime with my family, and my uncle was like playing the piano, and he's a really good piano player. And everybody was kind of like gathered around, and these two neighbors who I don't even know, and my aunt, my uncle, and my cousin had come in. She had gone to her boyfriend's families in another area of our state, and so she kind of came in, and like, I know she probably didn't mean it, but like, she didn't really like, I don't know. She wasn't that talkative, and she was too swept up in like, she was doing something in the kitchen, trying to make sweet potatoes or something. I don't know if it was leftovers or if it was just something that she didn't have at where she went, her boyfriend's family's house, that she really wanted. I think that's what happened, and so she was trying to make that. But it just like, my God, I just feel it's just like so depressing. And I keep trying to tell myself that I did the right thing by staying home, by not joining others. But I don't know, it's just really hard. And like, I think in addition to it, I think the other piece of things that is making this more difficult for me is that I have been single for a really long time, and I just feel like I haven't met the right person. And there's one guy, well, there's two guys actually, but there's one that I think is more of a potential, just because we have a lot in common with our values. The other guy is out on the West Coast, and whoops, And so he's far away, and we've known each other for a long time, but we actually don't know each other super well, if that makes any sense. And we don't really have that opportunity, I feel like, because he's halfway across the country. But the other guy, I'm just, I guess, I don't know, waiting to see if I feel any differently. But it wasn't like, we went to school together basically, and so it was not an instant attraction for me, but we have a lot of shared history together in just knowing each other's friends, um, and he has really good values, and I think that he would be a good husband or a good partner. Maybe I'm jumping ahead here by saying husband, but I am 37, and so I am. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit behind schedule with getting married and stuff like that, and I definitely could have popped out kids if I wanted to, but I have just always been the type of person that I really just want to try to do things the right way, especially when it comes to having a family. And I come from a very mm, untraditional family, and my mom um, didn't make the smartest decisions when having children, and so I feel like I've had to kind of pay for that. So, anyways, I just haven't had a lot of support, and in many different ways, emotional, financial, all of that. Like growing up, I just really didn't have much support, especially from my mom, and my biological dad wasn't around, and there's a whole story there. But so it just makes me very careful about that kind of thing. And so, anyways, my point is that when you're single, sometimes it's you're single and you're home alone, and your family, you call your family, and they're kind of swept up in their own thing, um, going on at their house, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of strange, and it's a little bit depressing. And that's my family right now, actually calling me back. So sorry, I'll give him a call back, but I'm going to wrap up this video because I'm hitting my 15-minute mark anyways in a couple of minutes. So, she keeps calling. But anyways, I hope that this video is helping someone, I guess, in some way. Maybe know that you're also not the only person that's feeling lonely or home alone on the holiday, trying to do the right thing. So I guess I just want to show you, like, I did it too, and it's hard, but I guess we have to just hope that we'll be in a better place come Christmas time. And I don't know if I'm strong enough to stay home alone on Christmas. That's my favorite holiday. But I guess let's just take things one day at a time, and hope and pray that things get better. And I guess I would just say to you, hang in there and be strong. And I know that, just remember that there are people out there, we're helping stop the spread of coronavirus by staying home. And there are little children out there that have hospital beds, that they need those hospital beds. And if we overwhelm our hospitals, then, we're taking from them. So, I would say kudos to you if you stayed home. No judgment to anyone that didn't, but it was just a decision that I decided to do, and it was not easy, as you can see. So anyways, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I love you all. Please be safe. All right, bye.